I found this kitchen cabinet at an estate sale and pretty quickly knew that it would work in our kitchen. Right here where our open shelving has been, it has glass doors on the top and a plate rack underneath, and it just felt like a natural next step for this space. What's kind of wild is that it looks almost identical to a cabinet I sketched a couple of weeks ago as inspiration for what I wanted to replace the shelves with. Did I manifest this cabinet? Maybe so. These open shelves were something I built for the kitchen several years ago, and we've really enjoyed them. I even shared a simple DIY for them on the blog back then. But this kitchen has evolved a lot over the years through 2 full renovations, and we're still not finished. That's one of the things that I love the most about an unfitted kitchen. Nothing is locked in forever. You can change things as you need change, make adjustments, and shift things around as life evolves. Once everything was cleared off, Ed helped me take the shelves down, and I painted the beadboard behind them, since apparently I didn't take them down when I painted the walls the last time. Then I started painting the cabinet. I'm using a color called Hayloft by Bear Paint, but this is actually a color match to the card rather than the standard formula. I painted the base cabinet with the standard formula for the color, and I noticed that it looked a little bit different than the card, which apparently is common. So I wanted to compare the two side by side and see if I liked either. Also, I started taping off the glass and then decided not to, because I remembered that it's usually just as quick to scrape the paint off afterwards with a razor, so that's what I'll be doing. And painting the inside of the plate rack was really fun, let me tell you. I could only access it from the back, under and over the board that runs across it. Ed even lended an extra set of eyes to point out places I was missing. After I was done painting, he drilled pocket holes in the top of the cabinet using the Craig jig. That's the same method we used to hang the open shelves, and it worked really well for us. We'll be attaching it with other screws too, but it gives a lot of additional strength. Then we carried the cabinet over and set it on top of the base cabinet and decided on its placement. Ed lifted it into place while I made sure that it was level, which can be fun in an old house, but we've both learned to trust my eye on this. Plus, I did check that the beadboard was level a lot when I built the walls in here, so that was a helpful guide. And once we were happy with it, Ed secured it to the wall.
Your eye usually works better.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. After clearing a few tools out of the way, we stood back and took a look. We decided to move the knobs from the center of the doors to the bottom corners so I could actually reach them. And at this point, we're really happy with how it's coming together, but we're still thinking through a few other details. I do like both paint options I tested, but I'm also not convinced that either one is the final answer. And usually, if it's not an immediate yes, it's a no. So it's time to live with it for a bit and go back to the drawing board.